Hello everyone, welcome to Winning Ways YouTube channel and exclusive guidance for competitive exams. So in this particular video, we have brought some other questions from the section called reasoning. So this is part number 11. So those who have not watched the previous parts, so I'll be giving link in the description. So these videos are very helpful for your IBPS examinations. That can be with respect to PO or clerical. That can be based on prelims or mains level. Okay. So the previous parts I'll be giving the link in the description. Kindly watch those videos and come back to this particular video. Otherwise I'll be putting cards at right top corner such that it will be easy for you to trace down. Okay, so let's see what are the topics we have covered in this particular part. So in this particular part we have brought 4 different chapters, in which 2 are purely based on arrangements. One is single row and the other one is 2 row based. Then third question we have brought from series. Then fourth question we have brought from syllogisms. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's just dive into the subject. Okay, so this is question number 1, which we have brought from the concept called linear arrangement based on 2 different parallel rows. Okay, so just to see, 5 books of different subjects: zoology, economics, history, art and English are kept in row A. So row A is consisting of books. Alright, and 5 students A, B, C, D, E are seated in row B. So in row B there are students. Okay, so students are 5, books are also 5. Okay, so 5 books are seated in each row in such a way that books of row A are in front of books of row B, means both are facing each other. So we don't know which person is facing which direction. Let's see whether it has given in the further information. Okay, then students are facing north and books of row A are facing south. So students are facing north direction, nothing but A, B, C, D, E, and books are facing south direction. So depending upon the direction of the arrow, you can go for left and right arrangements, right? So this is what the blueprint of the given statements. Now let's go with respect to the data. So history is at an extreme end of the row and is second left of art. So history is a subject, okay, book. That means history is present in row A facing south direction. So if I put history here, okay, history is at an end, not necessary to be here, it can be here also, right? So history is at extreme end of the row and is second left of art. So history 1, 2, if you put art here, this side becomes right side, but as it is given as left side, you cannot put the book called history over there. Okay, so history, apart from right end of the row in row A, will put in the left end of the row called the subject history. So history is second left of art. So art first left, second left, history is present. Zoology is immediate right of art. So immediate right, just right, first right, everything is same. So zoology is immediate right of art and is exactly opposite to A and refers to the first person called zoology. So zoology is exactly opposite to A. Then B is exactly opposite to English, which is at one end of the row. So which is at one end of the row? English. So already in the left end, in the left end English history is present, means in the right end you can put English. So English opposite, the student B is sitting, right? Then E and C are not sitting at an end, means E and C cannot come here. So EC or CE we can't say. Then C is immediate left of D. If I put D here, immediate left, C will be present. So just remove E from here and just remove C from here. Okay, so immediate left of C, who is present? D is present. Sorry, immediate left of D, C is present. Now we have got 4 subjects, 1 subject is missing. What is that subject? Economics. So in this particular point you can fill with the subject called economics. So this is our final answer according to the data that has been given, okay, which is based on 2 parallel rows, right? Yeah, then let me take you to question number 2 based on single row arrangement, right? So just see, so 10 people are sitting in row 1 and they are facing either north or south direction. Okay, so total there are 10 people. They can face north, left, right, or south direction, left, right. Okay, this is a single row. The number of people facing south is equals to the number of people facing north, means equal number of people are facing both the directions. So 10 people out of 10 people, 5 are facing north direction and 5 are facing south direction. Okay, so if I take you to the diagram, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 people. Okay, yeah, let's see. Now the person sitting in the corners are facing different directions. Here corners means nothing but extreme ends. So if one person is facing north, the other person faces south and vice versa, right? Then more than two persons are sitting between V and K. So in between V and K, more than 2 means it will be greater than 2. G and O are facing same direction. Okay, we don't know. Then K sits third right of I, who is facing south. So who is facing south? I is facing south. Okay, then H sits immediate left. H sits to the left of P. Here he has given as left, means it can be any left, first left, second left, or whatever it is, but it should be left. And I sits to the left of K, similarly left. G is 5 places away from H, who is also sitting at an end. So who is sitting at an end means you can say H is sitting at an end. So by using this point we will start. So H can be at extreme right end or H can be extreme left end. So in between G is 5 places away H. So H 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 places above H. Similarly H 1 2 3 4 5. G is present, right? Then H is closer to G than to V means, what do you mean by this sentence? The number of persons between H and G is less when compared with respect to H and V. Okay, means H is little bit far to V. That's what the meaning say. Then O is in the middle of R and H. I don't know where is R, even though I have H here. Then J sits immediate left of S, who sits at an end. So who sits at an end? S sits at an end. So already in one end H is present, means in the other end S will be present. So here you can put S as well as here you can put S. So in both the possibilities H and S are at extreme ends. Now just see, J sits immediate left of S. So if this is towards left of S, means S should face north direction, provided immediate left of S is J. Similarly S, J. So if this is towards left of S, S should face south direction. Okay, then R is immediate neighbor of G and V, means R will be in between G and V. That's what the data say, or R will be between V and G, right? So let's see. So out of these 3 persons, I have one person in the pic. So who is that? G. Okay, now see, I cannot place V here. Why? Because the number of persons between H and G is less when compared with respect to H and V. Similarly, I cannot place V here, right? So that's why let's remove V from that particular perspective, right? So we'll put V this side. Yeah, so G R V, similarly G R V. Okay, why? Because H is closer to G than to V. H is closer to G than to V. Similarly H is closer to G than to V. Now let's use this point. K sits third right of I, who is facing south. So who is facing south? I is facing south. So I, south, first right, second right, third right. Who is present? K. Similarly, if I put I here, 1 2 3, you can put K here. I 1 2 3, no chance. I 1 2 3, no chance. There is only one possibility. I, south, 1 2 3. Who is present? K. But according to the given information, more than 2 persons between V and K. But if you see here, in between V and K, there are only 2 people. So that's why just blindly eliminate this. So we have left with only one particular possibility. Let's see based on the other 2 persons who are missing. Okay, then H sits to the left of P. Okay, P can be here or here, we can't say. And I sits to the left of K. I sits to the left of K. If this is towards left of K, means K should face south direction. And already it is given the person sitting at corners are facing opposite. So one corner yes north, means in other corner H should face south direction. Okay, then O sits middle of R and H. So see, R is here, H is here. In between R and H, 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 people means exactly in the third place the person O will be present. Okay, 1 2 3. So here you can put O, and the person who is missing is nothing but P. So if you see here in the question, he has given 10 people, but he did not give what are the names of those 10 people. Okay, so just by traveling in the respective arrangement, we have got the names of each and every person, right? Now let's go with respect to the direction. So see, H sits to the left of P. So if this is towards left of P, means P should face north direction. And I sits to the left of K. So to the left of K, I is present. So far, how many people's direction we have got? Means we have got 1 2 3 4 5 people direction. Okay, out of these 5 people, 3 are facing 1 2 3. 3 are facing south and 2 are facing north. Any other points we have? Just to see, R and V are facing north direction. So R and V are facing north direction. So how many north we have got? 1 2 3 4 north we have got. Means there should be only one person remaining for north. That means remaining 2 persons should be facing south direction. So if you look at the point, G and O are facing same direction. So G and O I cannot give as north. Why? Because already there are 4 north. So G and O will be facing south direction. And who is the other person left? Means J is the other person left, and J will be facing north direction. Why? Because we have got 1 2 3 4 5 south directions. Okay, so equal number of people are facing to the 2 directions called north and south. So based on that point we have used. Okay, so this is the final answer according to the question that we have got based on linear arrangement, single row, but 2 different directions. Okay, yeah. Next, let me take you to one more question based on series. So just to look at this particular question, how many such pairs of letters are there in the word instructions? I, N, S, T, R, U, C, T, I, O, N, S, which has as many letters between them. So you can do these questions in 2 different ways. One is based on position of letters, and the other one is based on counting of letters. So I'll be teaching you based on position of letters by taking letters positions. So how you can identify means by using the keyword called HRT multiples of 5. Okay, so what is the place value of I 9, N 14, S 19, T 20, R 18, U21, C3, T20, I9, O15, N14, S19. What are we supposed to do? Just count the respective numbers. So see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Any number we have got means no. If you are getting the number which is accordingly with respect to the given position, then we can take that as a pair. Like see here, 19, 20 means after S the next letter is T. You can take that as the combination. And similarly after 14 it is 15. Why? Because in the backward direction also we can check. Why? Because here in the given question he has not asked whether to go only in forward direction or backward direction. That means we need to check in forward as well as backward, right? So see, 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So C2I in reverse direction, right? 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. So see, N2T in forward direction. So total how many pairs you have got means you have got 4 pairs accordingly with respect to the keyword called instructions. Okay, so you cannot find any other pairs like C 3 4 5 6 7 8 no, 9 10 11 12 no, 15 16 17 no. So total there will be how many pairs accordingly with respect to this particular question means we can say total there will be 4 pairs. Okay, specifically 1 2 3, 3 in backward direction and 1 in forward direction, right? So specifically if CVA is asking, then you can go with respect to that particular answer. Okay, if nothing is mentioned, go accordingly with respect to forward as well as backward. Okay, then next let me take you to the concept of syllogisms. So just look at this particular question. Sum less than or equals to or greater than or equals to sum, let's change the color, less than or equals to or greater than or equals to, only a few greater than or equals to or greater than. Only a few means it is a conditional sum consisting of sum and sum not. So this is greater. Only a few, combination of sum plus sum not, means sum greater than or equals to or greater than and some greater than or equals to or not greater than. Okay, then only a few less than or equals to means some less than or equals to, and some less than or not less than or equals to. Okay, yeah. Now let's go with respect to the conclusion. So see, sum greater than or equals to or less than. So greater than or equals to, less than. Do we have any sum connection in between those two? Means no. So first conclusion false. Similarly, sum less than or equals to or greater than, less than or equals to, greater than. We don't have any specific relation between these two. That means this particular conclusion will be also false. So what is our answer for this particular question? Means none follows, or we can say both 1 and 2 does not follow. Okay, out of these two any one answer will be there, or we can say neither 1 nor 2 follows. Okay, so depend upon the option you can choose accordingly. Okay, neither one, conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2 follows. Okay, like that. Okay, then let's go with respect to the last question of the day. So this is that particular question based on Silox again. Sum tr not g t g. Okay, so sum tr not g, then all g are c, all g are c, then only tr x. So only means nothing but take the keyword called all, just reverse the subject and predicate, all x are t, so x will be inside t. Okay, so this is what the statement. Whenever the keyword only is given, take the keyword called all and try to reverse the subject and predicate. Now look at first conclusion, sum c cannot be x. So see, c is here, x is here. We don't have exact relation between c and x, so that means this conclusion make it as false. Similarly, look at conclusion 2, some x are not being g is a possibility. So see, x g, we don't have the exact connection, but here he is asking the case of possibility. So if you see, look at this shaded part, you can say that these are x which are not the part of g's. We can say can means nothing but it is the case of possibility. So I can also draw a diagram in this context also. So that means this particular conclusion can be considered as true. So what is my answer for this particular question? Means we can say only 2 follows. Okay, so in this manner we can do the concept of Silox in effective manner. Okay, so that's all for today. So thank you for watching this video. Kindly subscribe to our channel and share maximum to your friends, such that it gives encouragement for us, as well as to bring new content, such that it will be helpful for your exams. Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you.